Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to another WARNO game. Um, Due to some unforeseen issues that we had to deal with the other day, we've got a whole recasting of the first week of tournament action in the WarYes 2v2 tournament. So what that means here is I'm going to be showing both games from this set, both games from another set, both games from another set, and I'll be playing both of my games later this evening. So grab your coffee, strap in, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? I only say that because it's like 9 a.m. where I am, so it's a bit early. It's early enough still for coffee, and plus it's a Sunday, so this is kind of early for a Sunday. In fact, this is up. I'm up late for a Sunday because I don't have a Formula One race to watch. I had a 2-lap rained out shit show to watch last night at about 11 p.m. in the form of the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka, so that was disappointing. Shout out all my F1 fans. Yeah, kind of puts a shitty light on this glorious Sunday here. So maybe these tournament games can spice it up a little bit. Let's check out what our two players on the blue team have. They're going with 3rd Armored and 2nd Panzer Grenadier, excuse me, 2nd Panzer Grenadier. And Squirrel starting with 2 Recon Bradleys and literally only bringing his infantry at the start in Bradleys. He's got 2 Chaps and an M1A1 HA. It's a bit of a heavy start. That's a bit of a heavy mechanized start. 2 Gepards and Iltis Führungs. Supply truck over here for error loading player name, also known as Domino. His Discord name is Domino, so we're gonna go with this, or we can call him Error. I don't know. What kind of mix between the two? He's got a couple of Recon Jaeger Aufklauer to go up there to the top, and then 5 Jaeger Aufklauers right here. Some more Recons, some Luxes, and appears that he's gonna utilize his forward deployment advantage to push this area, namely this area right here. This is where all the action goes down. It's just this town right here, especially even in 1v1s too. I mean, if you're looking at the map from a 1v1 perspective, where does the fighting meet? Where's the action happen? It's all right here. There's not much to fight over on this side. You just pull up defensively and you just put a ton of stuff right here. Bada bing, bada boom. You've won the game. Well, you get a micro it, right? And yeah, it's complicated, but gives you a pretty good shot to win the game if you won that area. Let's check out what the red team's doing. So Lulz and Wolfie. Wolfie playing the 79th Guards Tank Division. Let's see here. Got 3 BRDM2s with their KPVT machine gun on top. Also, 3 more of those KPVTs coming with these trucks, along with a squad of Rozvedka. It's pretty awesome. Love those little trucks for scouting. T80UD, tons of Saperi in BTRs. He's ready for the town fight. Metis team, BRDM for capturing a point up ahead. And then we've got a single Strela for AA. And 2 Metis teams. Meanwhile, Lulz has got 2 AA choppers. Spetsnaz grew in a rocket heli, almost a recon heli. Although that would be kind of cool if you could bring them in the recon heli. And then yeah, we've got some more Metis teams from Lulz. The Descent Niki Metis teams, of course. See how far forward he is deploying with this 35th deck. He's got some Skrezits here. Some more Metis teams, Conkers, supply trucks. Got to keep all those AT guys supplied. And then that's a command unit there. Yeah, I mean, he's just got a lot of trucks and a lot of fast moving stuff. So I'm curious to see here against our slightly more armored approach against an airborne deck, what's gonna happen, and kind of the same thing. I mean, these guys don't really play so much as an airborne deck, the 2nd Panzer Grenadier, but they are going to be going up against armor as well. So, oh, all the pings. Why did they take so long to start? There we go. There we go. All right. And we're off. Tornado F3 coming in for the blue team. They are still pinging stuff. Oh, I think they're pinging where the CV came in so they can potentially try to snipe it later with artillery or, you know, bombers, backline units, whatnot. Alrighty. +3, short-lived. As they're gonna cap Foxtrot here. No CV for Squirrel though. He's invested everything in this. And this F3 passing up the opportunity to go in on these helicopters. Don't really want to miss either one of these openings, so let's just see if we can't catch both. F15 comes in from Squirrel now. Looks like Lols is gonna get in there. I don't want to move the camera around too much to confuse everybody, but I think it's important that we catch this fight while also seeing what's going on up at the top. Napalm jet coming in on these Fallschirmjäger. Wow. Rips through all that infantry. And here are the BTRs with the Saperi now to help clean up the rest of these Fallschirmjäger. This looks, although in a good position, dealing with some of those early vehicles, can't really do much. And the infantry continue to advance. Now, here's the problem with 2nd. It takes so long for your tracked vehicles to move up. By the time you've got a good foothold, then you need your armor. Alright, let's check out down here what's happening. So, Conquerors and Metis teams in these buildings. Eagle going in for some more helicopters. Really important to take those out. Let's see if the Eagle survives flying over this Strela. Looks like the Strela's getting a missile, and he manages to get out. What a lucky duck. HE bomber coming in for the Metis teams. Takes that out just fine. Will that survive the AA? Yes, it does. HE bomber coming in the north. Ooh, okay, devastating strike there. So blue getting a lot of airstrikes off, losing just a couple planes though. These 160-point HE bombers, man, I personally am a huge fan of those as well. Big 3rd Armored enjoyer. And yeah, utilizing a bit of smoke here is Squirrel. He's got a rocket Apache out. Not gonna be within range of these AA pieces here, as he's sitting just outside of this circle. Not even in line of sight of them either, which is awesome for an Apache, but just goes to show you, oh, that's annoying that it won't show me the range of the anti-air gun. Like against helicopters, it's only showing the range against ground. That's a little annoying. Still got Conquerors firing all over the place here. Bradley's going into the forest. Abrams comes out to provide some fire support. Still just trying to whittle down these infantry. Trying to get them out of these buildings. Oh, Apache dumps flares, gets hit by the missile. That was sick. I might go back in the replay to that later and use that as the thumbnail, because that was pretty sick. We see an airstrike come in here, a plane goes down, F3 goes home. And error loading player name. Again, Domino getting a lot of kills off here. Still a couple of BTRs or some metas here, and we see Lulz bringing a CV up with some more Conquerors and Afghansky. Bomber coming in. I don't know what that was targeting. I believe it killed like a supply truck. It killed something down there. I couldn't see what disappeared. Let's take a moment here to check out how this is going. There's not much infantry here between this CV and all these other units. It looks like Wolfie's got a CV of his own now, so they're up on the tick, +2. We have a command coming in for Squirrel. No, we do not. He's still got a bit of ground to secure here, though. Let's see what they can do. I mean, this isn't, you know, it's definitely overcomable. I mean, it's only a 250 point lead and a +2. Hell yeah, they can come back from this easily. I mean, it's not even really so much like a comeback is needed. It's just kind of like the ebb and flow of a game, you know? You start airborne, you cap quicker. You play armor, you probably have to cap slower sometimes because everything costs so fucking much. But in your quality that you buy, you are rewarded with, again, not only quality, as that F3 goes down, taking out that helicopter. I guess that was probably a decent trade, as that was a Mi-24 VP. That was an expensive heli. Leopard 185 is taking shots at these hopeless to parry. T-80 UD is not gonna like that though. And again, in your quality, you have things like HA, Bradley, Chaparral, as much hate as it gets, has 6 HE and does 3,000 range against helis. I mean, it's the only US anti-air piece. I don't even think the IHawk goes to 3,000 against helicopters. I think it might go to like 2,600. I don't have that in front of me though to confirm. But again, you know, other than your infantry, which is not terrible, it just has to be used in conjunction with these heavier objects, much heavier objects. Another Mi-24 VP coming in here for lulz, and he's holding out quite well, to be honest. I mean, he's losing a lot, but he's killing quite a bit as well. That Bradley going down, calling in some more metis teams. Excuse me. Oh, almost taking out that Bradley over here. You can run, but you can't hide, Bradley. CV coming on in here for Squirrel. You know, I don't know if he's scared of the helicopter or he just doesn't want to be so aggressive with his tank. I'd be up in there with that thing because he doesn't have anything here. This autocannon is interesting. I've noticed they changed the audio to resemble like the BMP autocannon, or BMD, I guess if you're a 35th. Much like the Akula actually, where it's literally just a fucking BMP cannon just slapped right on the damn helicopter. I mean, Russian ingenuity, right? It's funny. So he's still got this metis team down here, and I'm curious what this is gonna do, because he could try to get some shots on some important units, or could have probably in the last few minutes, but this just kind of got forgotten about. Now, we did see a helicopter with some Spetsnaz earlier. I think it died, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can check that for me. We've got an AA chopper, or sorry, AA plane coming in for that chopper there, that Apache. It doesn't kill the Apache, and it gets taken out by the chap, which has no ammo. Fighter jets scrambled, but are a little late to save the Apache. I mean, thank God he didn't have 2 planes, or know where this already damaged Apache was. That could have been disastrous. T-80 BV coming in here. Wolfie bringing a armor unit to assist. It's gonna see this Bradley and fire at it immediately, but against Bradley's and the HA over here, I'm not sure the T80BV can provide the direct match needed to counter those units, because those are quite powerful. We see 2 missiles there from the Bradleys, smoke going out for the BV. Spetsnaz coming in for lulls, Thessaloniki BMDs, Metis teams all in the woods here. Interesting, he captured the supply truck and it's insulating his infantry from being fired at by these units here. They're all auto-targeting that truck. Alright, let's check out what's going on over here. T80UD hiding in the woods. I thought I heard a plane, my bad. No plane. There's a Metis team sneaking around the back though, so we gotta keep an eye on that. T64 and a T80. Both BV variants hanging about. Trying to do something to these Bradleys. So there's the BMD autocannon. What did I tell you? That sounds exactly like the Mi-24 VP. It's just slower because vehicle. T80UD having a field day out here, blowing up targets. Although these 3 Bradleys are gonna have something to say about that. Let's see if he's paying attention over here to both of his tanks. Good of them to try to cause this chaos one at a time, and looks like the HA able to get the better of that T80BB. Like I said, not really a match. It's got like 3 or 4 less armor. 20 to 16. I think the T80BV has 17. Yeah. Wiping out those squads in the open there is Wolfie, dropping cluster on these vehicles here. Oh, and he manages to get the T80BV. Depth-wise, it didn't look like he had that. But man, that was a good cluster strike. Another T80UD coming up here for Wolfie, trying to take out some of these Bradleys. And Apache comes in. This one, unfortunately, not repaired. I don't know what happened there. We just forgot to land it or something. I do that all the time. Regardless, I don't think there's enough AA here at the moment with this Skresit Igla combination to really, you know, deliver that final blow. He'd have to like call in a plane or something like that. F4 HE bombers going for the T80UD. Wow, both of them required to take out the T80UD payload wise, but that's pretty good for 320 points of jets. You only lost one of them. 17 armor, yeah. And then what's the T80UD cost? 350. It's a worthwhile trade right there. 2 HE bombers. Unfortunately though, these 2 Apaches are gonna have to be a little bit careful, as this one is damaged. 1 HP. Wow. I actually cannot believe that that killed that BTR before it could die. That's crazy. Abrams T80BV. Oh, that's an elite vet M1A1. Yeah, I think the elite veterancy is gonna give that the edge there every time. I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty similar tanks, but oh, there's so much to focus on in this map. Bomber coming in the north. Okay, so we have Domino getting completely pushed out of the zone here, and Lul's being completely pushed out of this zone. Interesting that he's found this. There's a Spetsnaz GRU rocket helicopter trying to hover around here in the back. Metis team back here as well from Lul's. But they've each been pushed out of their respective zones, and we've seen the red player on this side, Wolfie, you know, completely counter push his way through, and then Squirrel do the same thing here. His CV unfortunately goes down, and oh, that helicopter getting taken out by the M113. That's tragic. Met his team here in the open, gonna get spotted and railed by those Bradleys. He take out one Bradley? He did take out one Bradley, okay. Well, there's only one Bradley there to deal with that, but it's still more than enough once you've stunned that squad. As soon as I look away, Spetsnaz Gru delivers an RPG right into the side of that transport, kills the remaining infantry squad. Another CV gonna have to come in here for Squirrel, but there is a Spetsnaz Gru team hiding in the woods, calls in more Bradleys. We are seeing so many Bradleys out here from our 3rd armored player, and I think it's a viable way to go. I mean, the Bradley is in a very good spot. 2A3 and T80BV firing. Wow, this thing rolled all the way around here to take shots at this 2A3. 2A3 smoked off because of the Metis, but it's gonna get fired at still. As long as he's not in line of sight of that tank, I think he's all right. And I think these teams are out of ammo. Sorry, I got distracted, but like I said, there's just so much happening on this map. Both teams are pushing incredibly hard here to try to get back in this zone. Try to get back in this zone here. And then on the contrary, Squirrel wanting to keep him out of this zone. Wolfie wanting to keep error loading player name out of that zone. And this is only game 1. So Team Mortar enjoyers here, hoping to neutralize this +3, but that CV's gonna go down again to the Spetsnaz. See, now they've got to know that there's obviously still something in there. Tornado F3 going in for that SU-25. Manages to deliver some significant blows, however, not enough to take it down. Spetsnaz picking a fight with these fire team dragons that got left around. Bradley's converging. These Spetsnaz are not gonna last much longer if they are sitting in this firefight here. They got a recon chopper coming, and they just absolutely melt that squad. Yeah, anybody hear those little sound effects that their like submachine guns make? The little it's really cool. It almost sounds like little like firecrackers or something. Cluster jet coming in for blue. That's a brave fire team law. Let's see where this cluster jet goes. Looks like the T80BV takes it out, no problem. This Gru team takes out that Bradley, and now they are spotted for everybody to see. 2 Bradleys, a recon helicopter, and Apache, and I believe it got its points worth. Even if that helicopter transport that it came in died, that Spetsnaz team did quite well for itself. And as does this Motostoke team here, taking out an M1A1. Ouch. That's a bit of a big loss for Team Mortar enjoyers here in the blue, but they were able to get their cap back. They're down 1,000 points. Now we're in comeback territory, because I gotta pull this all the way back by capping this zone here, or I guess decapping this for the red team, as they've done here. Oh, Domino with the Jaeger Aufklauer squad coming all the way through and killing this CV right on cue. I wasn't planning this. It uncapped and I was like, huh? I saw the blue unit in the back and realized what was going on. T80U exposed these dragon teams here. But not for long though. Spotting this one, hitting the smoke button. Soft kill, active protection, man. Did anybody just see that Igla team go suicide on that? Their bodies despawned. They disappeared. They're hiding the evidence. What? The fucking Russians, man. So that Igloo team launched a rocket at this Apache. Wherever it went, back there. It detonated because it caught the hill or something here. And it did 3 points of damage to this Skresit and this Afghansky. And it blew up the Igloo team, of course. I'm stun locked. What the hell? Alright. Interesting. Interesting, and you're able to catch one of those in the moment. So Domino here is going to be able to bring up this CV soon, surely, as he's going to figure out that there's not really much else hiding here. Just a couple more squads. Squirrel's able to help him out with his armored push and get some more of these, I shouldn't say armor, he's got Bradleys, mechanized. He'd have an Abrams over there. But either way, helping out his teammate, trying to get back in this zone. They've got another CV there, and I believe they saw that come in with that recon team before it got taken out completely. But there's still a bit of a line of defenses to go through here. We're seeing the Eagle go in on the Spetsnaz GRU on the top of the hill, maybe a little strafing run. And nose cannons have been working quite well against infantry, so maybe just testing out how well the F-15 does with that. Oh, and we've got more backline rocket action from Lulz here. He's got one of them on the attack and the other one trying to land, and the attack chopper goes down. The one landing took a little bit of damage, did it? But looks like it's gonna take off here. Even before it could get going. Probably not even at full altitude, and it just gets wrecked by those planes. Infantry out here are gonna be dead in the water, apparently. That's it's the VDV way. Unsupported air landings. F-15 gonna have to go refuel soon. Dragon teams here. A lot of Dragon teams. Presumably to deal with all these vehicles. Those T-80s can be quite a pain in the ass, can't they? That's big. It's a Metis team dead in the open. T-64 BV showing side armor to a tow. Oh. Where did I just hear attack helicopter? Oh, Apache. More rocket launchers. Man, there's so much happening. Lulz pulled out all his grads. He's gonna start trying to use those to stun down Squirrel's tanks, APCs. Motor Strelky, BMP-2s over here trying to hold off the Pioneer and the Jaegers. More recon coming in for Wolfie, and looks like he's also got some more Metis teams up in the far north side, trying to gain his advantage back. It's getting loud out here in the south too. MiG-29AA coming in for this Apache, gonna be able to take that out no problem, but it's a bit dangerous for a MiG-29 to be flying around. Actually, he might get that one out. Yeah, wow. I'm surprised. Oh, this chap's out of ammo. Damn. I thought that that thing was just gonna get either Eagle or Chap, but lucky plane. Oh, it looks like Squirrel's backline plan a bit foiled here, trying to send some Bradleys and some Dragon teams around the side. Looks like the Dragon teams are faring quite well. HE bomber trying to come around and damage that Mi-24, not doing too much. I wonder if that has to do with the cohesion penalty from the stun. But yeah, so actually no, it's just a rate of fire thing. I thought accuracy was reduced too. Weird. Either way, rate of fire would lead to less damage, so I mean it kind of makes sense, right? There you go. Second pass gets the job done. No opposition in the air as Wolfie's already brought out his MiG-23. And that thing being sent home. Osa taking out that F4. And we've got a lot of infantry here. We've got a lot of Martyrs. We've got a lot of Panzer Grenadiers. This is a chaotic game. This is so hectic. We've seen half of the player or the score deficit just being completely erased, with a CV being put, well, both putting a CV in here and also taking out the existing CV. Error gonna buy 2 of his own now, learning from past mistakes potentially, and well, I mean, sometimes you just have to buy 2 CVs, you know. Especially when you like really want a points advantage, sometimes you just have to buy 2 CVs in order to keep that going. Unfortunately, these dragon teams that Squirrel called in just gonna you know, kind of have themselves get danced around by the CV. I mean, Lowell's pulling it all around all over the place, having some decent Niki in BMDs arrive just at the right time to take those out before they could do anything significant. Moving the grads around, Mi-26 back there to supply them. Look at this beast. Absolute monster of a helicopter. I mean, it's kind of cute, but like, damn, he a big boy. Su-25. What's he going for here? Oh, he dropped. Oh, it looks like all the infantry moved past it, though. Oh, that's an unfortunate miss there from Wolfie. Our red team armored player. Lowell's launching quite a volley of grad rockets as well. But these are the Grad Vs, of course, or Grad 5s. They launch about half of their ammunition in one salvo. And then they just kind of stop. Personally, I think that's a little dumb. Therefore, whenever I'm targeting stuff with them, I just click like twice. I just Shift T, you know? Yeah, you know, until they're out of ammo, I try to let them fire 2 salvos, or sometimes I'll move them first so they don't get counter batteried, obviously. T-80UD here, and another T-80UD up top here. This one's engine is destroyed. He's in trouble. This Mortar coming around. HE bomber gonna get tagged by the AA. I'm curious, can this thing rear shot this tank? It does! Mortar rear shotting the T-80UD. Mortar trying to kill the command unit as it's leaving as well, but I think it's just gonna escape its autocannon range. Yep. Lowell's responding with 2 helicopters with some infantry in them. And I don't think that's gonna be able to stop all of these units coming in here. Su-25 AT trying to do something to help out, trying to clear out this infantry, these armored units. Mortar going down to the Su-25. Leopard 283 here, gonna get stunned by these rockets. Another Su-25 coming in, this time a bomber. We're seeing these grads just used repeatedly over and over and over again. HE bomber drops. Oh. No kill there. Looks like they may have known that was coming. It's a bit of a slow plane to drop bombs from. Eagle gonna come in. Don't know exactly what that was for. I thought it might have been for the jets, but didn't really target them. Weird. One rocket. MW1, interesting. I mean, it is good against soft unarmored targets. Gonna come in to take out that CV. Almost gets shredded by the plentiful AA around here. Not plentiful enough though. 10 minutes left in the game, a +4 here for our blue team. Red team still launching all that artillery, trying to push them out of this this middle zone and get another CV in. T80U and UD going to work here now. T80U searching for the Leopard. Don't think he knows there's an M1 Abrams with it though. These are dangerous times for the red team. However, this UD could probably be of more use against these lesser armored tanks. Track broken on our T80U. Takes out the M1A1, but this Leopard 283 got a shot on him now. He's 3 HP, needs to smoke and back up and get some more backup from this T80UD over there. Oh, they're gonna trade shots. Leopard 283 goes down to half health. This T80UD could really take that thing out, no problem. Oh, but it looks like we've got some rocket helis willing to do some damage there. Take it down to 3 health. That would be a massive kill for the red team to get. Rocket already coming in on this advancement from Squirrel. Lols really does not want to allow him into this tree line here. And we see Double Eagle coming in for these helis, I think. SU-25s? I don't know. Trying to take them out though. Cluster jet, seed jet, cluster jet dropping on the T80UD. Is it going to be able to grab that too? Oh, takes him down half health. These SU-25s are still floating around back here, but they finally get called home after suffering some damage. Me-23 AA jet. I'm not sure what that was strafing, but these Abrams are in trouble from 3 different directions of ATGMs. Conquers gets a side shot on it, moves to elite veterancy. Is he gonna get another side shot on this other Abrams here? He's turning toward it. Nope, gonna take that one on the front armor though. This is also an elite Abrams. Is he gonna get side shotted from that one? No, nope. Conqueror's not able to get line of sight anymore. Lol's bringing this Akula around at a good time as these infantry are back in force to try to take out his CV. Akula gonna deal with that no problem. These guys, even within minimum range, use their Dragon against those Jeeps. I don't think so. But they do not anyways. They're trying to run away from that Akula. So we're still seeing the fight continue here. Oh man, and these Dragon teams, they want to be able to kill these Jeeps so badly. Bradley gonna have a massive say in that though. These infantry are dead in the water in the open. Can they get those metas to strike the Bradley? They do. That's a massive, massive win for them. Even though they're in the open, they've suffered a little bit of losses. Now what's going on up here? We've got 4 rocket helicopters allowing just a little bit of a foothold here. There's not many units up here at all. I can't tell where more of the fighting has taken place here. I mean, there's been a little bit here. There's been a lot here. There was a lot here, and now it's all over here. And there's a little bit here. But I don't really count all the backline stuff. Between this and this, I don't know. I think that it's tough. It's really close, but I mean, you basically create 2 1v1s in this map, and then once one player has kind of won their side, as Squirrel did, he can afford to go and help out his teammate to win the other side. And that's just what you're able to do. Up +2 now. 1,300 points almost. About to cross that line. 5 minutes left in the game. Some more helis and infantry being brought in here by Lols. But they've either got to kill a CV, neutralize Echo, take over Echo, or take over Alpha here. Or all three. Rocket already being launched once again from the red team. Trying to just figure out where those tanks and CVs are. I'm assuming he was targeting this little forest strip here. Probably could have gotten away with targeting the whole thing. Just this whole box there. Pushing the CV all the way out into that corner. So, you know, even though this is small rocket artillery, I think it does decently well. I think rocket artillery is actually, maybe not in 1v1. I don't really think it's worth it for 1v1, but it's kind of fun to use regardless. It's just expensive. It's questionable whether wow, a lot of these BMP2s are just gonna get shredded by tanks. It's a lot of times it's questionable whether you'll get into a situation where you really need to use that. TAUD gonna get clustered? It is. Wow, 4 minutes left. 500-point deficit for the red team. H.A. Abrams, is he gonna concentrate on these tanks? No, still the infantry. That's okay, buddy, just munch. Let the T-80BB come to you. HE bomber. Yup. Ah. LRS fighting some Mortar Svedka. Really liking this, the changes that they made to this squad, giving them the RPG-22. I think it's cool. I think it's fresh. I've always liked the Svedka Heavy, but I always thought it was weird that they're the same exact thing as the Grenzer, basically. Like, you don't see any significant difference there. MiG-29 gonna get taken down. Domino just trying to hold out here. Oh, I saw what happened here. They went and they got the CV in the back. So like I said, they had to get something. That +1. I mean, it may not save them. Akula getting strafed by the F-15. May not save them here, but it's gonna do quite a lot. Lol's lost 3 of his grads back here as well. It's kind of just a game of attrition here, and I mean, it looks to me like blue team have killed more. That's massive too. I would have to say so. There's just more blue units on the field than there are red. And this is a whole 40-point game. This is crazy. I mean, they don't even have to they don't even need to get their back cap again. They just, you know, they've already got a +1 here. They've killed the CV in the middle alpha zone. Sorry, I wouldn't say echo, but that's the bottom one. And looks like this game is all but over here. Game 1, 1 minute and 20 left, and probably not gonna get brought back to a draw. They almost did. If they were able to take out both +3s, that would have been huge. But getting 1 and then getting your CV and alpha taken out doesn't really help your case too much. A little bit of a back and forth game, but I think it's clear overall where the winners are, and that would be the blue team. Seeing another grad, 2 grads pop off now. These are the full grads. Again, rocket already is so sick. It even leaves the scorch marks in the ground behind it. That's sick. This one does too. It's awesome. The detail in this game is just so good. Yeah. Oh, it actually blew up. That's funny. I don't know, it wasn't the grad, but anyways. Wow. Again, blue team did quite well for themselves, as we can see here, with Squirrel having 10k kills. Wow. Wow, that is game 1 to Mortar Enjoyers. Let's go ahead and edit this real quick. Game 1 goes to them. And it looked like a tough game in the beginning. It looked like Red was certainly going to be able to kind of just lock it down and hold out, but that was a pretty interesting play as well. That napalm jet just completely obliterating those Jaeger units in the middle, but this early TADUD did that as well, killing quite a few of those and some tanks. Overall, a great matchup. Yeah, we will be right back for game 2. Stick around, and we'll get that going shortly. All right, so we've got game 2, and as you can see, this is pretty short. I'll probably just attach this to the first video when I throw these on YouTube, even though the first one was kind of a bit longer. But yeah, let's get through the deployment here. As we can see, we've got Lulz and Wolfie playing the 2 British divisions, 2nd Infantry and 1st Armored, respectively. And we've got Error and Squirrel on the red side this time. Squirrel going ahead and playing the 35th. And then Domino, Error loading player name, taking the Armored, the 79th. So got some green archers from Wolfie, some foxes, SAS, scouts, all that good stuff. Got some, she's got a Challenger Mark II, some ATGMs, Milans, Warrior Milans, excuse me, and some arm rifles. And then from Lulz, we're seeing some air mobiles, some tracked rapiers, some javelins. Always good to have some AA. He's got some foxes in the CV. It looks like Lulz and Squirrel are both going to face off here. Domino and Wolfie going down to the bottom. Domino with a bunch of recon infantry here. Wonderful to see. Love to have recon. AA, CV, tank, Metis, teams, Superior RPO, Motor Strelky. Oh, he's got 2 tanks, 2 T80 BVs. So quite a start there for him. And then Squirrel choosing to take pretty much all his points in forward deploy units. He's got BMDs. He's got Desantniki in them, Spetsnaz. Looks like some SPG-9s. Spetsnaz OP with their... oh, I can't see the unit inside. Oh, I can. 21 AP. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And then 70% static accuracy. That's crazy. Skrezards with Iglas. And then a CV as well. Unsure whether the CV is for Alpha or if it's for Bravo here. But either way, getting that early cap is awesome. Looks like it is going to stay in Bravo. We've got an SU-25 rocket plane coming out as well. Let's see how this goes. Oh, no worries, man. That's cool. I was just curious where it came from. Alright, SU-25 rocket plane. What is it gonna go after first? We're seeing some foxes causing some disruption here. going after those SPG-9s though. They're gonna get in this building. Oh, before they even get in the building, they're delivering shots. Spetsnaz OP doing the same thing. Oh my god. They've taken out all 3 of those Foxes before the MiG-27 rocket plane could even come in there and help out. SU-25 gonna go right after this SAS patrol. Not able to get the Fox yet though. I think he wants to. Another MiG-27 strike coming on in over there. Track Rapier gets a shot off on him, but not enough. SPG-9s are just wrecking everything. If you're wondering what all these explosions are, it's these SPG-9s. Phantom F3 from Lulz going in, trying to take out that jet. Succeeds, but having a dodgy time flying over the AA. Manages to take a missile from error, and well, jet goes down. Rishvet could take out another Fox down here in the forest, and ATGM coming from this T-80BV over here on Wolfie's Fox. Oh my gosh, I swear the ATGMs on Russian tanks lately have just been so good. I don't know what it is. It might just be like confirmation bias. Jaguar HE bomber gonna take out those SPGs from the middle. Unfortunately though for Lulz, they have literally wiped his entire army out. I mean, this is pretty much everything he had, unfortunately. And I mean, you can kind of see why this might be a bit of a shorter game, huh? Our blue player in the north being reduced to just a few units around here, as was the case last game as well, with Domino having to pull back pretty significantly. Oh, and that Milan just, Warrior Milan just takes another ATGM from a tank. That's crazy. And they're doing quite good. Interesting seeing a Motoshoki squad die to an IFV like that. T-80BV trying to take shots at the IFV. Warrior Milan does land an ATGM on him. Might be able to get another off here, unless our red player error presses the smoke button. No, ATGM goes haywire. Can't see him anymore. Well, Squirrel secured this pretty well for himself. I'd be surprised if we didn't see a CB coming up. Yep, there's a CB. There's a T-64 BV, and looks like some Destiniki squads going up to the top here. Secure these buildings. Getting the hiccups. A lot of Spetsnaz to hold this. He's got a pretty good... Whoa, what is taking damage? Oh, Warrior. Of course. Squirrel's got a great foothold here. More of a foothold. Sorry, more than a foothold. Can't talk today. I should just watch football. But he's holding on quite well. Lulz is gonna try some more infantry pushes in here just to see what's there, and I think he's not gonna like what he finds. These Spetsnaz OP are gonna open up with their ATGM here soon. Wow, he landed his infantry right outside of it with these Saxons. Look at that. They are just outside the cusp of the range of these Spetsnaz with the RPG-29. That's crazy. Unfortunately though, they're well within range of, well, pretty much everything else. Trying to get these Satsels in these buildings, hoping it'll turn the tide for infantry fighting here in the town, but they didn't even make it to the building. Cluster jet going in for the T-80. Almost takes out the BRDM. Again, you gotta be better where you crash land your planes. ATGM, wow. Name a better duo than T-80 ATGMs and hitting NATO transports. I say NATO ATGMs, packed ATGMs. T80s. Rosvedka Metis moving forward. Again, red's got the middle. On the north side at least, and it looks like on the south side it's all but secured. I mean, it is literally secured, but there's still 3 arm rifles, a warrior Milan here, and honestly not much over here. It could cause a ruckus, make Squirrel divert some units down there, but these rifles I don't think they're going to be enough to push all this out. HE bomber coming in, trying to take out this javelin AA squad. Manages to crush their building. Does not manage to bring out a lasting kill there. T80BV gonna have to back up. Doesn't want to fight those infantry in that forest. Charlie 2 gonna take a fight with this T80UD. Another MiG-27. HE bomber. Looks like it came in for these guys. Could not initially tell though. SU-25 rocket jet. Trying to clean up some of these infantry? Or is he going for the Challenger? He's going for the Challenger. He knows what he wants. That's the surrender from our blue players, and a 2-0 win for our Mortar Enjoyers team. And we saw no mortars at all that game, so I think we could all say we're decently happy about that, although maybe it would have helped out our players in some of those situations. This time a more dominant game from error loading player name and WARNO crashes. A little unfortunate. Awkward. But we'll go ahead and end there. I was just saying it was great to see Error and Squirrel, good KDs there at the end. They were just absolutely crushing it. Yeah, let's just close. Restart. Wow, kind of weird. Never had it crash like that before. But hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Yeah, go ahead and start throwing these on YouTube, and they'll probably be part of the same video since that one was only, I don't know, 10 minutes. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stick around for more tournament matchups, and we'll see you next time.